Hi, good morning, students. Today we're going to take a look at how, if we harness narrative craft, we can reveal central ideas and stir empathy within our news articles. We're using information and writing techniques to also engage the reader. So I wanted to first tell you that we have been, over the past few days, working on our research on our current enduring issue. We're delving deeper into the topic to reveal the complex underlying issues. But while journalists gather facts to write objectively about their topics, and know that you're getting a lot of information from different sources, which you should definitely include in your article, they also write an angle and a point of view to reveal something they perceive as a problem or highlight a solution to a perceived problem. So that's a good point to make sure that you have clear in your head. So again, today's teaching point is journalists develop action, dialogue, and setting. They do this not just to enliven their news stories, but also to highlight what they want to convey about the issue of the lesson that they are advancing. They especially harness these techniques to reveal their central ideas and to inspire their readers to feel compassion or a sense of empathy. So journalists also engage their readers' interests and shuttle them toward a bigger truth. One important way to do this is to use narrative and information writing techniques to build tension right away from the start. So you want to make sure that you engage your readers right away. You introduce them to a central meaning of your piece so that they know exactly what your purpose is. Write a compelling lead. So I wanted to practice a couple of compelling leads here, and I have a couple of examples. And you need to be practicing your lead, because you're going to need to have at least 2 to 3 examples for Friday, in addition to the notes that you're taking on your research. I want you to hand those in as well. So here's a couple of examples. An ailing, middle-aged construction worker from Colorado on a self-proclaimed mission to help American troops armed himself with a dagger, a pistol, a sword, Christian texts, hashish, and night vision goggles, and headed to the lawless tribal areas near the border of Afghanistan and Pakistan to personally hunt down Osama bin Laden. That's a really great, compelling lead that gets us into a story about a manhunt for a killer of many people on 9/11. So again, another one might be the 1,000,000-to-1 shot came in, hell froze over. A month of Sundays hit the calendar. Don Larson today pitched a no-hit, no run, no man reached first game in a World Series. Again, a famous event. Don Larson, pitching a no-hitter. That's an exciting lead. The way they wrote it, it's kind of staccato-like, but very interesting. The last lead suggestion: a 17-year-old boy chased his pet squirrel up a tree in Washington Square Park yesterday afternoon, touching off a series of incidents in which 22 persons were arrested and 8 persons, including 5 policemen, were injured. A compelling, kind of interesting. It sets tension. It gets us kind of engaged in what that real story is all about. So use your Google Doc to make sure that you write 3 versions of your lead. Again, making sure that it's clear that journalists engage readers. They offer background information, and they layer details that are suggestive, that hint at an issue, and they also layer that through their piece. They use foreshadowing to insinuate tension. Interesting. What's going to come? What lies ahead in this story? Creating that kind of excitement, and explicitly address the issue, and they know the audience that they're approaching. All right, so you're going to work on that today. Again, continue your research. You have samples here of 2 different stories on police brutality that use facts differently and have different points of view if you want to take a look at those. And then I have the writing leads docs that you're going to fill out for Friday, and some tips on how to write a news story, also from Megan Krause. All right, have a good day, everybody. Certainly join me in the live Zoom if you have questions.